On September 10, 2025, a shocking tragedy unfolded at Utah Valley University. Conservative activist and speaker Charles James Kirk, October 14, 1993, September 10, 2025, was an American right-wing political activist, author, and media personality. He co-founded the conservative organization Turning Point USA (TPUSA) in 2012, and was its executive director. He published a range of books and hosted The Charlie Kirk Show, a talk radio program. In his later years, he became recognized as one of the most prominent voices of the MAGA movement in the Republican Party. Charlie Kirk was known for his energetic and outspoken personality. He was young, just 31 years old. He was often described as passionate, direct, and unafraid to challenge opposing viewpoints. As the co-founder and president of Turning Point USA, Kirk advocated for conservative values, free speech on college campuses, and limited government. He frequently made headlines for his strong stances on issues like free enterprise, the Second Amendment, and traditional American values. His organization, Turning Point USA, became a major force in youth political activism, hosting conferences and events nationwide. Charlie Kirk was shot and killed while answering a question about mass shootings. He was responding to questions regarding recent mass shootings involving individuals who identify as transgender. The incident happened right in the campus quad near the food court at 12:20 p.m. Kirk was there as part of his American comeback tour, speaking to students taking questions. He was shot once in the neck. Despite immediate efforts to save him, Charlie Kirk was rushed to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. News of his death spread quickly. President Trump confirmed it on Truth Social, calling Kirk the great and legendary Charlie Kirk. In a strange coincidence, both President Trump in America and Prime Minister Netanyahu in Israel announced his death simultaneously at precisely 3:02 p.m., despite the time zone differences. While the American announcement might be expected, the real question is why Israel would make a statement about a young activist from another country. What connection do they have to warrant such involvement? After 33 hours, the suspect was identified and arrested. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson was taken into custody near Zion National Park, 250 miles from the university. His father urged him to turn himself in. Tyler Robinson is a third-year student in the electrical apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical College. He grew up in Washington, Utah, about 5 miles from Dixie Technical College, and a 3.5 drive from Utah Valley University. Robinson also attended Utah State University for 1 semester in 2021, and received college credit through Utah Tech University from 2019 to 2021 while he was in high school. He excelled in his studies and earned a scholarship. A person who spent so much time on education and academic achievement most likely did not have the time or opportunity to practice shooting to reach a highly skilled professional level. Utah state records show Robinson is registered to vote, but he is not affiliated with any political party. Records do not show any prior criminal cases involving Robinson, but his family said he had recently become more political and even raised his dislike of Kirk in discussion. He has a boyfriend who is transitioning from male to female. Investigators found a Mauser rifle at the scene. The bullet casings had engravings, messages referencing online memes, video games, and anti-fascist slogans. One even read "O Bella Ciao," a nod to an Italian anti-fascist song. Discord messages from Robinson suggested strong political motives. Utah's governor called it a political assassination. Family members said Robinson had become more political in recent years and had lashed out at Kirk online. Kirk's death has sparked outrage and grief across the country. As the investigation continues, questions remain about what led to this moment, and how America can move forward. One thing's clear, this is a moment that's left a deep mark on the nation. The investigation quickly focused on 2 initial suspects, both seen near the scene shortly after the shooting. Authorities questioned them extensively before shifting attention to Tyler Robinson. Strangely, books about the assassination were published before the killing, and songs referencing the event appeared online, only to be removed immediately after the shooting. Eyewitnesses reported seeing security personnel behaving strangely, actively making hand signs right before the shooting occurred. The crime appears to have been carefully planned and executed. Several individuals in the crowd seemed to deliberately draw attention to themselves immediately after the shooting, creating a diversion that enabled the true perpetrator to escape without detection. Mr. Kirk typically wore a bulletproof vest beneath his t-shirt. It's possible the bullet struck his chest and, due to its high velocity and force, deflected upward toward his neck. The shooter demonstrated skills of a professional, raising serious doubts about whether the 22-year-old suspect could have acted alone or with such precision from a distance. Furthermore, reports suggest that Robinson has made conflicting and controversial statements, at one point claiming he was the shooter, while also denying that he fired any shots or was responsible for the act. There is no conclusive evidence that the individual captured on surveillance footage was the sole suspect present that day, nor that the person arrested is definitively the shooter, even in light of their confession. In addition, some point to notable anatomical differences between the suspect seen in the videos and the person who was arrested, such as the shape of the ears and lips. These discrepancies have raised further questions about the true identity of the shooter. Moreover, there is an opinion, sometimes conveniently called a conspiracy, that there could have been more than one shooter involved. Some believe that the fatal bullet may not have been fired from the roof of the Losi Center building on campus, approximately 430 feet away, as currently suggested by the investigation, but instead could have originated from a different location. Mr. Kirk openly expressed opinions that some donors of his organization did not like, especially regarding the current direction of Israeli politics. He was receiving threats and was worried about his life and the future of his organization. The killing was carried out in front of more than 3,000 people, more like an execution show than a secret attack, sending a chilling message to Kirk's supporters and opponents alike. In the aftermath, the president's 9/11 memorial speech was moved indoors for the first time in 24 years, and many public events were canceled nationwide due to security concerns. For many, this tragedy brings a strong association with the dark, controversial, and still mysterious story of President Kennedy's assassination and Lee Harvey Oswald. Sadly, there were people who responded heartlessly, justifying or even joking about the shooting. As a result, some of them lost their jobs. Foreigners who expressed such opinions are now facing deportation. Charlie Kirk was only 31 years old. In 2021, he married Erica Kirk in Scottsdale. His wife, Erica Lane Kirk Frantzva, is an American businesswoman and podcaster. She won Miss Arizona USA in 2012. In 2017, she attended Liberty University, where she obtained a Juris Master degree and a doctorate in Christian leadership. In 2006, she established Everyday Heroes Like You, an organization that she described as a way to promote and highlight the everyday heroes in our communities who have a philanthropic desire to truly make a difference in the lives of others, with national programs. Erica Kirk has spoken for the first time since her husband was murdered, telling the killer he has no idea what you have just unleashed across this entire country. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. Erica, who married Charlie Kirk in 2021 and shares a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son, said. She also shared a story about their daughter when she ran into her arms the night before. "Where's Daddy?" the daughter asked her. "What do you tell a 3-year-old?" Miss Kirk asked. "Baby, Daddy loves you so much, don't you worry. He's on a work trip with Jesus so he can afford your blueberry budget," she told her daughter. In a message to her late husband, she said, "I promise I will never let your legacy die." She said she will make his movement the biggest thing this nation has ever seen. "In a world filled with chaos, doubt, and uncertainty, my husband's voice will remain," she said. Charlie Kirk's remarkable personality inspired countless people across America. His immense influence on the youth and the nation will be felt for generations. Though he is gone, his life will continue in his children, in the great spiritual movement he began, and in the organization Turning Point USA. Our deepest condolences go out to his family, friends, and all who mourn his loss. His legacy will continue to inspire millions. Charlie Kirk will never be forgotten.